Hello, everyone out there tuning in. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Ashley Bickle with the Recruitment Department at Loyalist College, and today's info session is all about the Global Business Management Postgrad Program at Loyalist. And I'm so fortunate to have here with me today Marissa Dragani, who is a professor with the Global Business Management Postgrad Program. Marissa, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your professional background?
Ashley, I'm a former journalist. I worked for the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation for more than 15 years before I transitioned to academic life. And I joined Loyalist in 2012 as a faculty member in the journalism program. But I've recently switched over to teach courses in the Global Business Management program. And I think that given my skill set in dealing with people, I think it's a great fit. And so far, I've really enjoyed it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I would say it certainly is a good fit for sure. So can you tell us a little bit about the Global Business Management Postgrad Program?
Well, this is a postgraduate program, meaning that it's for people who already have some post-secondary education under their belt. We've just completed the second year of offering the program. We have one class that's going to graduate this spring, and that's really exciting for us. We had a very large cohort in 2019, nearly 100 students. The program really prepares you for entering the North American marketplace. There are such a variety of courses, everything from consumer behavior to professional development to culturally inclusive communications. It's really designed for students entering a new era of their lives in a new culture, a new setting, a new country, and we give you the skills that you need so that you can be successful should you want to pursue a career in North America, in Canada, once you graduate. And so far, we're seeing a lot of success with the program.
So Marissa, can you tell us how students learn within this postgrad program?
At Loyalist, there's a lot of emphasis on what we call experiential learning, and that essentially is hands-on learning. For example, in my classes, I don't focus on textbooks, written exams, essays, that type of quote book work. It's more applying the theory and the knowledge that we've learned in class to real life situations. And that, I think, is something that is so beneficial for people who are about to graduate and enter the workforce, because they can take that with them in the workplace and already know how to deal and handle some situations because they've already applied those skills to those situations. For example, I taught the consumer behavior course in the winter semester, and my final assignment was something called Make Me Buy It. And my students had to get together in groups. They had to select a product or service, and they had to construct a social media campaign to convince me or to convince somebody who would potentially use their product or service to buy it. And the feedback I got at the end was that was something that they've never done before, that they found it very rewarding, and they found that they learned a whole new set of skills while doing an assignment like that.
That's very awesome. Yeah, that sounds like quite an interesting assignment. Make Me Buy It. Very cool. So can you tell us a little bit more about the program's experiential learning opportunities? I know you did just mention the Make Me Buy It. Is there other projects similar to this that students get to enjoy?
In the final year, students will participate in a final applied project that they'll spend a lot of time in their final semester working on. Again, the whole philosophy behind that is to really get students to apply what they've learned. And so, when students enter the workforce after this, when they graduate, when they become professionals, they can, quote, execute on the job right away. That's one of my favorite words. You have to know how to execute once you enter a workplace, because that's what employers are looking for. A lot of the courses that we have designed in the Global Business Management program get students ready for that, so that when they leave, that they're employable. If I can just give you one example, Ashley, I have a first-year student in the program who was very motivated and very ambitious to get some marketing experience. That was her background. She came to Canada with a marketing degree from a university in India, and she applied for an internship with a startup app that was looking for people to help get the app off the ground. And she asked if she could use me as a reference. And of course I said, sure, go for it. And I got a phone call from the owner of this app who told me that she was first on the list, that she had received so many applications for this unpaid internship, and that this particular student impressed her so much that she was first on her list, and that she ended up getting the placement. So she, you know, there were areas that she needed to work on in terms of getting her up to speed, but the owner was so impressed that she was willing to take the time and get her where she needed to be so that she can contribute to developing this app.
That's amazing. What an interesting interesting story from one of your students. So can you tell us a little bit more about what makes this program so unique?
What makes this program so unique, Ashley, is that it's really focused on getting people ready to enter the Canadian marketplace once they graduate. We have students from so many different educational backgrounds coming and taking this program: marketing, finance, commerce, engineering. But what they're all going to leave with is the skills and the expertise to adapt to a new country, a new way of doing things, a new workplace. Some of the courses that we offer cover all the legalities of you know, global business that they might need to know, culturally inclusive communications, how to enter a workplace that is diverse with people from different backgrounds and navigate your way through that. So there's a broad range of courses that I feel really is going to prepare these students for success.
That's perfect. Thank you so much for that. So our final question today, and I want to thank you for your time that you've provided with us so far. It's been very, very helpful for all of our people tuning in, I'm sure. What do you love most about being part of Team Loyalist?
I have to say, what I really love most is the intimacy of our programs. You know, a cohort of 90 students to people at Loyalist might sound like a big class, and I know in the grand scheme of things it's not, but I have really had the opportunity to get to know all of my students. I know all their names, I know where they're from, I know what their hopes are, their dreams are, and I think that that is probably the most rewarding thing when you know what they're hoping for and dreaming for and how you can help them get there, how you can help them succeed. I think that's probably one of the best things about coming to Loyalist. You don't get lost in the system. You don't get lost in the shuffle. If you're not showing up to class, I'm always, where are you? How are you? Is there anything I can help you with? I really want them to be successful, and I really appreciate the size of Loyalist, and even the size of Belleville. Being a smaller community is something that's really beneficial because they can really get to know people and not feel isolated.
I love that. Yes, for sure. That community feel is such a huge thing, you know, at Loyalist, and you can definitely feel that walking the halls and being immersed in a variety of different programs for sure, especially this one. I want to thank you so much for your time today, Marissa. We really appreciate it. And to all of you tuning in out there, thank you for being here. We hope you got some of your questions answered, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Stay well. Bye, guys.